again, Air Tours. Lennox Mac speaking. How can I help you?
Yeah, Mr. Mac, we would like to use your service. We'll be at your office tomorrow around 10 o'clock. Would that be fine?
Tomorrow will be fine, Mr. Chast. See you then. And welcome to WLBC-TV. It's 7 p.m. and it's time for the Caribbean news. But first, world news in brief. The bloody toll of dead U.S. servicemen in Lebanon has reached 207 today, Tuesday, October 25th, 1983. It's not a very good day for the Americans. Hi, Jamal. Hi, Letitia. I have a big take tomorrow. I was hired by 2 young producers from the government to take them sightseeing. They will be filming a documentary about our country. It looks like it'll be a very good day for flying. My client should be at my office on time. We have an appointment with you today at 10 a.m. Well, we are running a little late because of traffic. No problem. I'll be waiting. I'm all set.
Be there within another 10 minutes or so.
Be ready when you guys get here. Joel, do you have all the notes we might need? And how much money do we have here, Tor?
I heard this guy is good. I'll make him an offer he can't refuse.
I hope so, because we're here. We are very happy you accepted our offer. It looks like a pretty good day for the tour, Mr. Mac. Well, guys, let me brief you a little about this country. It is located on the northeast coast of North America, bounded by the north and by the northeast by the Atlantic Ocean, the east by Suriname, and the south by Brazil, and on the west by Brazil and Venezuela. You fellas know that Georgetown is the capital. Very impressive, Mr. Mac. Let's journey into the forest to some of the wonders of this land, and let's see some of the unspoiled jungle.
Hey, Mr. Mac, the tourist board recommends you highly for this job. And with your knowledge of this country, it can make our job very simple. As you know, we're looking for areas from an aerial view that would express and reveal the untold beauty of this wonderful land. We also understand that this country is known as the land of many waters.
Yes, we have 4 main rivers with names like the Demerara River, Berbice, Essequibo, and the Cartine River. We also have Pomeroon River, the Utashi, Mazaruni, and the Patara River, where the highest one-drop fall is located, and the list goes on.
What's down there?
What we are looking at, they are daisy plants. They are used for medicinal purposes. I grew up on those plants. My 4 friends used those herbs to make tea and cure minor illnesses. Mr. Mac, look over there. Acres and acres of another kind of herb. This is government property and is off-limit on an off day. They are growing these plants as a part of an experiment. Research are being done on several plants that are grown here.
Can we make a stop and look around? The view's breathtaking. What a great area to start our program.
I think we can do that. But we must be careful. We should have permission to be in this area on their off day. Anyhow, I would like to inspect the farm myself. Just a little curious to see how it's been done. Guys back here at 3 o'clock. You guys can look around, but stay away from the restricted area, please.
Come on, Joe. Let's go this way so we can be back here by 3 o'clock.
Mr. Mac know what he's doing.
I guess you're right, Jason.
Wow, beautiful soil. This daisy smells very fresh too. What a great job they're doing down here. I'm going in a little further to see how many different kind of plants they're growing here. Hey, bitter aloe. Acres and acres of this plant. This is amazing. Oh, they're caring for these babies. Government is serious about this research business. It seems this soil can grow anything. I gotta be careful. I don't want to be seen snooping around here without permission. Hey, what's making a noise? It sounds like an aircraft. I gotta take a closer look to see what's making that sound. But I have to stay hidden. It's an helicopter, but no one seems to be inside. I wonder what's going on. That house over there seems to be occupied. And those bags must be what's used to ship these plants to the labs. Hey, wait a minute. The door is opening. Someone is coming out. It must be the special security force on duty. He's leaving. This would give me a chance to check the bags and take a peek in that house. Yeah, just as I thought. Bitter aloe. And daisy, packed and ready to be shipped to various labs. I better get out of here before this chappie sees me. Hey, coconuts, and I don't have to climb the tree to get them. This is heaven sent. Thank you, Jesus. Yeah, this is good. I almost forget Jason and Joel. I promised to meet them back at the chopper at 3 o'clock. Wow, it's 3 o'clock. I gotta get back to the chopper. Joel and Jason might get the feelings I'm lost.
This section will be perfect for some location shoot. Its surroundings has a peaceful garden-like atmosphere. Look up ahead, Jason. A swan is having a great time in its backyard. Please make a note of this location and let Mr. Mac know about it in case we have to obtain permission to bring our crew and equipment. We We better get back to the chopper. Mr. Mark promised to meet us back at 3 o'clock. As you know, there is still more of Guyana's beautiful terrain to be seen.
Mr. Mack is not here yet. I think we better wait inside the chopper for him.
I'm quite sure he's on his way. Look, Mr. Mack is coming, and he seems concerned.
Sorry to keep you guys waiting. I lost track of the time after inspecting the farm.
And you smoke it all? Just kidding.
I told you they are local herbs, my friends. Grown for medicinal purposes, and not the one you smoke. The government are doing a fine job with the farm. I also found out that they are growing several other plants besides bitter aloe and daisy. I run into sweet moon, lemongrass, Congo pump, zipgrass, dandelion, rhubarb, and corilla bush.
Mr. Mack, you mentioned the older generation used these bushes for medicinal purposes.
Yes, the older generation used these miracle herbs to cure minor illness like common cold, fever, and many others. Also used for tea. Others are used for building internal body system to fight against several illness before it takes over. Right now we are over one of our many waterfalls. Our next stop will be the Oregon Falls, one of this country wonders. This is the Oregon Falls, one of the wonders God has created for this country. We will be heading towards the Patawa River, the one more of God's gift to this wonderful country, Kaieteur Falls. As you can see, a little of our own spoiled savanna and mountain terrain. This is only a part of our own tame land. Our history has also shown the true value of this country, its natural resources like gold, diamond, bauxite, manganese, and also some deposits of copper and oil, silver, and many other minerals were found. Two of our main exports are rice and sugar. The dense forest is the home of our famous Mora and Greenhorn. This country is 83,000 square miles. The coastline is about 270 miles at its largest point. Our highest mountain is called the Mount Roraima, stand at 9,094 feet at its highest elevation. As you know, this country is below sea level. This is very interesting, Mr. Mack. This land is more beautiful than anyone can imagine. Don't you think so, Joel?
This information will be vital for our project. We would like to do a test shoot with our camera crew as soon as possible.
I think that can be arranged. I'll bring you fellas back here as soon as you set a date. Any date will be good for me. In another half an hour or so, we'll be arriving over the Kaieteur Falls, the longest one-drop fall in the world, so brace yourself for a spectacle, my brothers. You mean it's higher than the popular and the most famous Niagara Falls?
I guess that's what he means. Let's wait and see.
What I mean is, and I repeat, it is the highest one-drop fall in the world. Understand? Now sit back and enjoy our aerial view of our garden-like country. There it is, fellas, right up ahead. One of the wonders of the world. It's 741 feet, one single rock. This is really magnificent and breathtaking. Joel, this has to be a part of our scenery. Fellas, this gives me great pleasure to bring you down this magnificent trail. 741 feet, one single drop. Enjoy the sight. There is no other in the whole wide world. There is no other. Okay, fellas, I'm taking you towards the Mackenzie area. Our route will be along the seashore, over some beaches, and over some rice and sugar plantations.
Can we get a little closer? That shorefront has a great impact on my vision. Its unique setting is perfect for our project. What is the name of this area, Mr. Mac?
We are on the East Coast right now. This is a remote section of the beach. As you can see, right up ahead, the beach is very active at this time of the year. Passing over this beach area, I can smell the freshness of this unpolluted countryside, where staying healthy is not a problem living on this land.
One couldn't find a better place to relax and recharge the mind and soul. A perfect setting for meditation.
It's time for more history lessons, fellas. As you know, Ghana is a tropical country with a large sugarcane plantation and rice farms. Much of our land is difficult to reach, and some areas have never been explored. Some of our chief products are rice, sugar, timber, coconuts, bauxite, diamond, gold, manganese, and the list goes on. We are now in the mining town of Mackenzie, located on the east bank of the Demerara River and Wisma on the west bank. This is where bauxite is mined and processed to the stage of alumina. The capital seems a long way from here. That's to be 65 miles by river, but there are several means to get to and from the capital. We have a road which is a new highway, or by the river with a famous orange car or speedboat, but most of the traveling is done by highway. On our way back to base, I'll take you along the Demerara River, the smallest but the most important.
You mentioned the names of 4 main rivers before, Mr. Mac.
The other main rivers are Berbice, Essequibo, and the Quarantine, like I said before. This area is where timber is grown. Cotton sent downstream to ship by barge to the sawmills.
Gee, do they always cut the logs by hand?
Of course not. He might be cutting that for his own personal use. Traveling along the Demerara River, as I promised I would do on our way back to the heliport. We might be fortunate to run into the famous orange car. This time it will be on its way to Georgetown from Mackenzie City.
Look down there, a little boat. It looks like one of the natives going for an afternoon joyride.
Some of the natives lives along the riverbanks. Boats sometimes give them easy access to the land.
He seems to be enjoying his ride, as dangerous as it may seem.
There it is. We are in luck. The orange car heading towards the city. It's sitting very low, and the water must be loaded with cargo too. It must be a lot of fun traveling 65 miles up the river. Yes, it's sure a lot of fun, especially in the night on that love boat. Notice the houses along the riverbanks. Over there. I told you about the barge taking the logs to the sawmills. Well, today's your lucky day. You are seeing everything. And they're shaking their hands to us too. We are approaching Georgetown, the capital city. What you are seeing is the architectural beauty of the Starbuck Market that was built over 100 years ago. I understand this is one of your many marketplaces, Mr. Mack. Yes, Jason. There's a few more around the city. You'll find everything from onions to cornflake and from shoe to wedding ring. Anything you can think of, you'll find in that massive steel structure. It is located in the mid-Georgetown area and is the mouth of the Demerara River, where most of the ship unload their cargoes. There is one of our famous beers, which are made of pure green art, one of the main products. Enjoy it, fellas. It's a sight of a lifetime. This here is our Hilton, the Pegasus Hotel, located along the sea walls, overlooking the Atlantic Ocean. A lot of tourists stays here.
Mr. Matt, this is where we're staying. This is a beautiful structure. We have a view overlooking the sea. Jason's hypnotized by the women. The Creole food is great. We have sampled pepper pot, cocoa, and met him.
You should try the curry chicken and bhaji. This is a typical shopping center located in the Midtown area. Here we have a man-made wonder, the St. George's Cathedral, the largest wooden structure in the world. I'm proud to say that.
This will be another important scene for the documentary, Jason.
I think the store and Mr. Mack's information has given us the concept to put a great piece of work together. We are going to tour the countryside a little. We are going to see a little rice farming and the transporting of sugar cane. This is one of the ways being used to transport several tons of raw cane, and other ways by means of tractor barges that would take all these tons and tons of cane to the factory for processing. We are now over several hundred acres of cane field stretched out like green blanket as far as the eyes can see.
Look over there. It's a tractor. Mr. Mack, are you preparing these fields for harvesting?
Yes, Joel, it looks that way. Finally, we are passing over some rice fields. And as you can see, it's harvest time, and high-tech machinery is being used to cut the rice. This stage is locally known as paddy before the final process. Is paddy the first stage before the rice? Yes, Jason, it is called paddy, and it can be used to feed poultry, like fowls, chicken, ducks, and so on.
Mr. Mack, we hope we can use all this information you have given us.
It's just about ended. We are heading back to the heliport. I hope you fellas had an interesting trip and would make it possible to complete your documentary. We have more than enough information and perfect location to complete our job. What do you think, Joel?
Oh, yes, we do. I've already made a decision on some of the information and scenery we are going to use. Mr. Mack, Jason and I would like to thank you for a superb and educational tour. The tourist board made a good recommendation. We are satisfied with your knowledge of this land. We thank you very much.
Mr. Mack, I endorse Joel. The board could not have recommended a better person. Thank you. The pleasure is all mine, fella. Well, all good things must come to an end, but I think this is just the beginning of a love story for this country.
Once again, we thank you for a safe and rewarding trip, Mr. Mack. Thank you very much.
Anytime. It's my job.